In summer 2026, the World Cup is going continental. For the first time ever, 3 countries, the US, Canada, and Mexico, are teaming up to host the planet's biggest sporting spectacle. Think 48 teams, 104 matches, and a summer-long soccer marathon stretching across 16 cities. But here's the twist. Instead of building billion-dollar stadiums that end up as birdhouses, this tournament is all about reinvention. Existing venues are getting makeovers, new turf, temporary seating, high-tech fan zones, while transit systems brace for the flood of jersey-wearing pilgrims. It's a $13 billion gamble, part engineering marvel and part cultural festival. Call it the biggest block party the world has ever seen, where the ball is round, the drama is endless, and the continent is the stage. A new philosophy of hosting. For decades, World Cups have been remembered not only for the football, but also for the stadiums they left behind. South Africa dazzled the world with the soaring architecture of Soccer City in 2010. Brazil poured billions into futuristic arenas in 2014, many of which now stand half empty. Russia and Qatar followed with their own gleaming cathedrals to the game, built at enormous cost and often struggling to find long-term use. These stadiums, though visually spectacular, became cautionary tales, symbols of extravagance rather than sustainability. The 2026 edition, however, has chosen a different path. Instead of breaking ground on new monuments to football, the focus is on retrofitting existing venues. The message is clear. The future of global sporting events lies not in building more, but in building smarter. North America already boasts some of the most advanced sporting facilities in the world, from NFL mega arenas in the United States to iconic football cathedrals in Mexico and soccer-specific stadiums in Canada. The challenge is not to create something from nothing, but to transform these venues into FIFA standard stages that can handle the demands of a global audience. This shift from extravagance to adaptation is what makes the 2026 World Cup such a watershed moment. United States, the powerhouse of transformation. If the World Cup were a machine, the United States would be its engine. With 11 host cities and 60 matches to stage, including every knockout round from the quarterfinals to the final, the US is carrying the weight of the tournament. But rather than launching a spree of new builds, American organizers are repurposing their colossal NFL arenas into global football stages, a task that is proving both technically demanding and creatively inspiring. Los Angeles offers perhaps the most striking example. SoFi Stadium, one of the most advanced arenas in the world, is a marvel of design and technology. Yet for all its grandeur, it was built for American football, not the global game. To meet FIFA standards, its synthetic turf must be stripped and replaced with natural grass. Lower seating sections are being reconfigured to fit the wider pitch dimensions. Camera angles are being adjusted, advertising boards temporarily removed, and even broadcast sightlines reimagined. What is already a billion-dollar arena is being reshaped into something that can seamlessly host the world's most watched matches. In Dallas, AT&T Stadium, with its jaw-dropping capacity of over 80,000, is undergoing equally ambitious changes. Engineers are installing a retractable pitch system that will allow turf to be swapped efficiently, while player tunnels, locker rooms, and field-level infrastructure are being redesigned. The venue's enormous central video board, the largest in the world, is being assessed to ensure it does not interfere with the aerial camera systems international broadcasters demand. Meanwhile, MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, expected to host the final, is receiving a full natural grass conversion along with expanded locker rooms and modernized hospitality suites. Each US venue is undergoing upgrades valued between $10 million and $100 million, with most of the changes designed to be temporary so the stadiums can swiftly return to their NFL configurations once the tournament ends. Canada, small but ambitious. If the United States is the engine of the tournament, Canada is the strategic thinker. With just 2 host cities, Toronto and Vancouver, staging 10 matches, its role is smaller but no less ambitious. For Canada, the World Cup is an opportunity to elevate its football infrastructure to the global stage and leave behind lasting improvements for both fans and cities. Toronto's BMO Field is undergoing one of the most visible transformations. Originally built for Major League Soccer with a capacity of around 30,000, the stadium falls well short of FIFA's requirements. To bridge the gap, engineers are expanding the arena to exceed 45,000 seats by adding upper tiers, temporary modular stands, and reinforced roofing. The playing surface is being regraded to handle intensive use, while tunnels, media areas, and hospitality spaces are being expanded. By the time the World Cup Cup begins, BMO Field will stand as a transformed venue, symbolizing Canada's step onto football's grandest stage. Vancouver's BC Place requires less dramatic structural change, but is still receiving significant upgrades. The iconic Dome Stadium already seats more than 54,000, but its artificial turf is being retrofitted to allow for a natural or hybrid grass surface. New LED lighting systems, improved pitch drainage, and enhanced player facilities are part of the modernization push. Beyond the stadium walls, both cities are investing heavily in transit. Toronto is re-engineering passenger flows through Union Station, one of North America's busiest transport hubs, while Vancouver is expanding the SkyTrain's Canada line to handle surging post-match crowds. Mexico, honoring a glorious legacy. If the United States represents scale and Canada ambition, Mexico represents history. No nation has a richer World Cup legacy. Having hosted the tournament in 1970 and again in 1986, it will now become the first country ever to stage the competition 3 times. Its contribution to 2026 is steeped in nostalgia, with 10 matches spread across Mexico City, Guadalajara, and Monterrey. The heart of Mexico's preparations lies in Estadio Azteca, the iconic venue that has seen Pelé crowned in 1970 and Maradona immortalized in 1986. While its history is untouchable, its infrastructure requires modernization. Renovations are sweeping through the stadium, seating is being redesigned to improve sightlines and comfort, floodlighting systems are being replaced, VIP boxes are being modernized, and digital connectivity is being vastly expanded. Engineers are also reinforcing the structure to improve seismic safety in a city prone to earthquakes, ensuring that the stadium remains as safe as it is legendary. Guadalajara's Estadio Akron and Monterrey's Estadio BBVA, both far newer venues, require fewer drastic changes, but are still being refitted with advanced cooling systems for the pitch, expanded media zones, and improved access routes to handle massive matchday crowds. Meanwhile, transport infrastructure is receiving equal attention. Mexico City is improving metro connectivity to the Azteca, while Monterrey is expanding its bus rapid transit network. By honoring its legacy while embracing modern demands, Mexico is weaving its glorious football past into the future. The challenges of a tri-nation tournament. Hosting a World Cup across 3 nations brings major challenges. Travel is the biggest hurdle, with venues spread from Vancouver to Mexico City and Miami, raising concerns about performance, logistics, and the tournament's carbon footprint. Technical issues add pressure. Football stadiums need FIFA retrofitting, turf must be replaced with grass, and broadcast, ticketing, and security systems must work seamlessly across 3 countries. Social concerns are also mounting, as stadium projects risk displacing vulnerable communities. Finally, with $13 billion at stake, critics warn of budget overruns, weak oversight, and questions of accountability. The benefits and the experience. Despite the hurdles, the World Cup promises vast rewards. Economically, it could generate billions through tourism, broadcasting, and sponsorships, boosting local businesses across host cities. Fans will enjoy multilingual apps, AR features, and seamless ticketing, while festivals with screenings, concerts, and cultural events make the tournament inclusive beyond stadiums. Lasting upgrades in transport and digital infrastructure will leave a legacy of improved connectivity, a blueprint for the future. The 2026 World Cup could be more than a tournament. It may set a new standard for sustainability and practicality by avoiding wasteful new construction. It also highlights the power of regional cooperation as 3 nations unite to host a seamless global event. The stakes are high, but so is the ambition, with the US, Canada, and Mexico aiming to redefine how the world comes together. And that wraps up our deep dive into the $13 billion transformation powering the 2026 FIFA World Cup. If you're as excited for 2026 as we are, make sure you hit that like, and don't forget to subscribe. Until next time, stay passionate, stay curious, and keep celebrating the beautiful game.